Welcome back. Today we are going to do a day 14 recap. And I need to go through these are this is my win-loss ratio for August to November 2024. Really good. I had a really good back testing session. Everything was working, but I learned that I may have been marking out the breakers incorrectly. All right. It's not entirely incorrectly, as a breaker is a form of mitigation. So I was technically using the mitigation, but I learned that I learned how to differentiate a proper breaker versus just a mitigation. And the key is we must sweep the high and low to be considered a breaker. For example, look at this, right? Taken from T Trades himself. This is a breaker, right? Why? Because it's pretty much the failed order block, right? This is the bearish order block lower. We disrespected it, tapped into it, went up. Why is this not a breaker? Because we didn't sweep the previous candle's high, right? See how this one didn't sweep it? So this is just a mitigation. And this one, we did sweep it by a little bit. So this is not, it still is a mitigation, like it's a form of mitigation, but there's a difference. And the reason why a breaker holds higher authority over a mitigation is because of that sweep right there, right? Because then this tricks out the breakout buyers, right? The people who are trying to buy here, they're like, oh my goodness, we went up, 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 we're going up, stop loss here. Let me enter here, take profit a little bit above. And that sweep also acts as a valid bearish order block, right? If you look at this, this looks like a perfectly valid order block because we have displacement, we have change of character, and we have this fair value gap, bearish fair value gap. So the people, they see this, okay, we swept liquidity, displacement, FVG, like it does look like a valid order block. So they would enter, they put stop loss above these highs, enter at the bearish order block, take profit a little bit lower because they're waiting for the retap, the retracement, and then the rejection lower. All right, that's the bearish order block. But in this case, we didn't, we disrespected it, and we swept both. That's the main difference, right? So I'm going to go back with you guys right now. I haven't looked at day 14, and I'm going to see which ones did I mess up on and which ones did I not mess up on. All right. So let's go. August 24th. Let's do it right now. August 24th. August 24th. August. September. Okay. All right, it'd be the day after. So this one. Let's see. Zoom in onto that boy. Can you guys see it? Okay, you guys can. Okay. So what has happened, right? Daily, I'm eyeing this rejection right here. I'm eyeing that rejection. The 1-day FEG. Draw and agree with that 1-day FEG. Reject here, go down, yeah? Yeah, the 1-hour FEG. Possible rejection, go lower. Okay. So what do we have here? Okay. So in this case, this is wrong, right? This isn't a breaker. It's a mitigation. Why is it not a breaker? Because we didn't sweep the low. We gotta sweep the low. The same reason why I just said in this one, we have to sweep the high. If we're framing a bearish one, we have to sweep the low. This is not. I didn't sweep it. Did we sweep it here? Didn't we just sweep it here? Huh. Let me see. let me go see this. Let me look at to frame it up one. I take that back. I take that completely back. The high, the low, the higher high, the lower low. Yep, actually. No, that's correct. I take that back. I'm wrong. We actually did sweep it right here, right? Because we see this here. Right, look. The high, the low. So we swept it. The higher high, lower low. The high, the low, the higher high, lower low. We swept it. So this is the breaker. I take it back. I'm wrong. This is the breaker. So in this trade, we had a lot of confluence in here. Look, S plus quality trade. We had the breaker, inverse, FVG, all being respected with this wick, right? And this right here leaves it as a breakaway gap. Why? We have this RDRB being respected beautifully here, all right? And I entered off of this 5-minute FVG. I put it at the bottom, stop loss above that intermediate term high. Look good. Yeah, price didn't even hit break even on this until much lower, targeting this original consolidation. Okay. So, yes, this is a valid breaker. Because it swept it. Yes, it has to sweep it. But yeah. All right. Yeah. Ah, okay. That's fine. Yeah, in this one too. Swept it. This is the, yep. In this case, we swept it. Yep. It doesn't matter which candle sweeps it. As in this case, we swept it with this one. It doesn't matter. All right, so, okay, yep. Swept it. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Next trade. What has happened here? What are we framing? Oh, we missed this one. We're framing a short. We're not framing a short here. All right, this 1-day FVG right here. Tap into here. Frame a short. Okay. Yep, 1 hour time frame. Tap into there. Frame a short. Let's zoom in. Okay, zoomed out. We're original consolidation here. Accumulation. Accumulation. Smart money reversal. Okay. Now, where is the breaker in this? First off, the breaker is this. This is the breaker. And we respected it too. Right? Because we sweep the low. It has to sweep. Now I know it has to sweep. Which one is it? Yeah, and this one, yes, it has to sweep. Yes. A bullish one has to sweep the high. A bearish one has to sweep the low. Yes. Correct. 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 Yes. Correct. Yes. Okay. This one we unfortunately missed because I do require an intermediate term low. But let's say you don't require it. Breaker here. FEG right here. Unicorn. Beautiful unicorn right here. Maybe you wait for this. I mean, that would happen like right here. The change of character right here. But this is the area. So you can frame it like that. I just didn't enter on this trade. Next trade. To be take a dub? Oh, we did take a dub. Okay. What's happened here? Is this recording? Okay. Looks like I'm framing a short. Yeah. I'm framing a short. 1 hour FVG. Also, mind you guys, I'm going over this like with you guys because this is yesterday, so it's not as fresh. So I'm just making sure I'm correcting that breaker. Okay. The breaker logic, because some of these are wrong with that logic. Okay, so we're framing a bearish reversal down. Yep, that looks fine. Zoomed out, that's fine. We have these areas right here. You can say original consolidation, accumulation 1, accumulation 2, smart reversal. Yep. Okay. The breaker. Where's our breaker? Here. Okay, so we drew it right here. This is a valid breaker. Now, yes. Yes, that is a valid breaker. Yep. We're doing it right, guys. We're doing it right. I'm just curious about the ones we may have missed. Did we treat it correctly? But in this case, we were doing it right. So we have that breaker being respected. Respected. Yeah, respected. These are all his wicks. Yep, respected. And I was looking for an FEG to be respected during here, but they sort of kind of close above it. But we got one right here. We got the inverse fair value gap overlapping with breaker, the breaker respect, right? Which happens right here. Happens right here. However, actually, no, the FEG happens right here. I mean, the inverse fair value gap respect happens here. Drew it out here. We disrespected that bullish one right here. Tapped into it right here. So actually, technically, it's right here. That's the first respect of it. This is also a second respect, but this is the first respect. So I put my stop loss. Was it already RB? Well, this wasn't respected. So, but we had a unicorn, so I put it above the FVG, which also happens to be above the 50% 5-minute breaker. Yep, enter off of that. Here's the notes. Let me see. Look, doesn't automatically veto our trade setup. It's just the RB shows if price wants to. It is price in an urgency. Does it want to go lower? Does the retracement is the retracement deeper than expected? That's what it is. Yep, right here. And I could have just put it all the way down here, but realistically, real life scenario, I take a 3.5 RR. You could leave a runner, hit break even right here, right? No, right here. Okay, that's fine. I think I looked at this. This was like a 1-20 trade, which is if you can hold that, you just get lucky once. You get lucky once. Whew, you're set, bro. You're actually set. All right, next trade. Did we take a dub? We avoided. Okay. This one, I remember this one. So my draw on liquidity was this internal liquidity right here, this fair value gap. I was assuming, okay, we reject from here, tap into here. However, we had that 1 hour supply zone right here, but it was mitigated. It was tapped multiple times. And with each tap, that zone gets weaker and weaker. So my thing was, okay, it has to look really good for me to even take that trade. But ideally, we sweep this previous week high to go lower, right? So that was my thing. In that case, we were here, yep. We swept one. That's when I zoomed in to look for an entry. Let's see, did I draw the breaker correctly here? Swept the low, the high, the low, the higher high, the lower low. That's correct. That's correct to me. Yes, the sweep of the low is correct. Yep, that's correct. This is the breaker. I'm drawing it correctly. Did we respect that? We did respect it. We did respect the FVG too. But there was no RDRB. And all of this up here, it's kind of crazy. These FVGs. Oh, there's also another one. Ah, that's right. That's what I did this for. No original consolidation is no trade. In this case, we swept it. All right, we shouldn't sweep this because that would be our draw. That's our draw on liquidity. And it also tapped into this little FVG too. So even though we had a unicorn, I used trader discretion to really okay, one, I don't like the sweep right here. the sweep of the original consolidation. I don't like this here. I don't like the multiple taps of the supply zone because it gets weaker and weaker. I don't like the previous week high right here being another possible draw. So we already had 3 things I didn't like. Matter of fact, 4. The no RDRB, which remember is not automatically vetoed, but 4 things I didn't like. So I didn't enter. In this case, we were in the right because it just went up. I didn't enter. Avoided. Next one. Let's see what happened here. Took L or took W? Okay, we failed. Why did we fail? Oh, okay. This is based off the last trade where we swept the previous week high, the multiple tap of the supply zone. Yep, we swept it. Yep, we tapped into here, another supply zone, unmitigated. So I was looking for a potential tap lower. Right? Is that not correct? No, what the hell? Why did this show this tap here? I think sometimes the daily does that randomly. But okay, we swept the previous week high, and we are still on the 1 hour. If you remove everything to the right of this, right, you covered the screen. This right here, we wicked through it. So my idea was, okay, we swept 2 previous weeks high. We still are respecting this supply zone. Let's see if we go lower. In this case, I use the point control and VWAP to show that, okay, fair value is a little bit lower. We can go lower. I do have this original consolidation that was not swept out. Right, so then we have original consolidation here. Accumulation 1, accumulation 2, accumulation 3, potential smart money reversal. Let's see, did I draw the breaker correctly? Did this sweep the low? The high, the low. Actually, yeah, that is a valid breaker. Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? I don't have an example of that. Well, we can use the high for that example. Look, the high right here. Right, this would be a bullish one, but we're looking at the bearish one. So this is the high. We swept it. Swept these highs. So even though this is a red candle, we can still use its high to determine if it's a breaker. So since this is a green candle, we can use its low to determine if it's a breaker because we sweep the lows and maybe the opposite candle because it is a failed order block. Yeah, that's right. I'm drawing the breakers correctly. I thought I did more wrong with the breakers, but no. I guess we got lucky off some of these trades that I'm drawing it correct. Like I mean, like they're not like this. Okay, we're doing good. So I get the unicorn right here, FVG with this breaker, right? We close below this breaker using this as the wick, which tapped into the FVG. That's the unicorn because overlapping. Intermediate term low, which actually the change of character / breaker structure happens here, right? Because remember, this wick goes down. We have another wick. We use this wick as the new low, but this I just drew it here as a. But it's technically right here. All right. We had RDRB respect too, right here, and it was respected. So I put my entry on the 50% from this high to this low, entry of that. And no, we took the L. They wanted to go higher. That's fine, right? That's a good loss. Next trade. What's happened here? We missed this trade? Why did we miss this trade? Okay, so it tapped into the 1 hour supply zone I mentioned, which was this higher one right here. Now, let's see why we missed it. Breaker. See, this is not the breaker. This is not the freaking breaker. There's no low swept. Let me update this. Updated. Updated. After I learned true. No, after I corrected. No, after I learned what a proper breakup is. Right. So this is not a. Yeah. This is the similar scenario in this case, but it's reversed. Right. In this case, it'd be the high because we're trying to frame a bullish one. In this case, it'd be the low because we're trying to frame a bearish one. The actual breaker is down here, right? The low, swap the low. You can argue high, low, higher high, lower low. Did we end up trading below that low? Right, where was it? And it'd be right here. We do here. Remember, we have to trade through the breaker. Okay. The no merger is actually a mitigation. Reason, because we didn't sweep the low. Because we that the no box is actually a mitigation. Because we didn't sweep the low. Sounds correct. Let me just slip it down. Just slip it down here, get some space over that. Okay. Yes. So, could I, looking back, can I frame an entry? I had the breaker here. It's not ever even touched until here. But we can resume on this. Right? Because it closed through and we retapped it. Maybe we could put a stop loss here. Maybe. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back. And I'm going to look at that chart again. Right? Because you got to do what you got to do in order to succeed. September 27th? September 27th. September 27th. Okay. Alright. No, this would have to play out for a little bit longer. It's technically October. It's technically October. Let's go fast forward a couple days. Okay. Where am I? What the hell? Okay. Okay, I got it. It's right here. It's right here. It's right freaking here. Alright, it's right here. Alright, is this the valid breaker? Yes. Failed or block, yes. Sweep at the low. This is the mitigation, correct. So I'm drawing it across. When do we actually trade through it? We trade through it here. Is there an FPG aligned somewhere where I could use this high? No. It's not FPG aligned. Hmm. Okay. Where? Yes. So we traded through. Let me see if I can go back in time and find something. Sarah doesn't really know ARs. Oh, okay. We could have actually got this trade. Okay, I'm getting it. The missed trades, they're mainly because I've been slightly using the breaker. I mean the mitigation as the breaker. Okay, so we get this respect here, right? That's beautiful. This is beautiful. Respect here, right? Overlapping here. Intermediate term. No, intermediate term. High. Okay. Okay. Well, unfortunately, we didn't respect this. But we still have that unicorn. I would be looking for an RDRB. Do we have an RDRB? Down, up, down. What the hell is this? No, that's not. Can't use that. No. There's no RDRB. Right? There's no RDRB. However, I like that move down. The move mainly be, it might mainly be consolidating because it's the weekend. Ah, it is the weekend. Okay. So right here is Monday. Oh, okay. I got it. I got it. I got it. I freaking got it. Like, oh my god, I got it. I got it. I'm going to be profitable. I'm going to be multi-millionaire. Or I might be homeless. Alright. Hold on, let me move this right here. Okay. So let's say still looking, we don't get the RDRB. Right? This wasn't one because we had that fair value gap, that low fair value gap. So I mean we could place an entry off of here and target. Where's our, okay, we don't have, I don't have that box, but where's that OC box? Oh, where's it? This? Is it this? Okay, you know you can just probably target one of these right here. I don't be crazy about it. Need this. Okay. Alright, so over here. Perfect. Perfect right here. 2%. Fine. Okay. Okay, okay. Do we have, this might be a breakaway gap, to be very honest. Oh, we got one right here. Down, up, down. Okay. Draw it from, you can draw it from here or you can draw it from here. Five-minute already war. Okay. It's kind of concerning that this is the breaker. I mean, the breakaway gap. But, not really. 5-minute breakaway. Refugee slash breakaway gap. I'm not sure we even go that down. Okay, so we still are keeping that no breaker block. Respect is no trade. We have to trade through it. So honestly, we might retap into it. We might not. Let's just see. All right. We still miss this trade. Okay. Okay. Served as a wall. That's fine. I still want to use that right here. Alright, I still want to enter for that. Yeah. Yeah. The question is, if I were to see it up to here, right? Would I still enter? Let's say I got in early, right? Like I was looking at this early. We have a intermediate term. No. I would be waiting for this low to be closed below. Do we get a close? No. What the hell? We don't get this close? No, we don't. Until later. But I would have already moved. I would have already missed this trade. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Let's go and all right. Let's go and let me go and move these down. Okay. Okay. Let me go move this down. How much is that? 50. Let's move these down so I make more space for the move this right here. Okay, perfect. We get that. I don't know what number this is, so I'm not gonna save it. I'm just gonna do it here. Right, we got this here. We got this down. Boom, boom, just like that. And if we zoom in, we didn't get that retap, unfortunately. So could I put it down here? If I put it down here, would I be able to enter? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Oh, I wouldn't even get entered off of this, so right. You know, that's fine. All I'm doing is showing that we got this right here. Okay. Oh, this has been 35 minutes. Goodness gracious. Okay. Go see this right here. Okay, we got that. Could I have found an entry off of this? What the hell? Nah, I kind of wanted to put it above the breaker. I mean, within the breaker. So we couldn't have gotten this. What is FEG here? Maybe. No, that would have been not a good trade. Because I would have to extend my thing to the actual bottom of this. Which, do we even get? If I were to do like that? I think we do. Okay, we do. But I mean, that's not the case in here. Okay. Okay, that's fine. We clear this. Clear this. Okay, that's fine, you know. As long as I'm properly analyzing this correctly. Yep. Yep. Okay, next one. Whoa, 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 calm down, buddy. Okay, that's fine. Perfectly fine. Next one, we failed this one. Is it the same one? Let me see. What's happened here? 1 hour time frame. Okay, I'm looking to long this. Okay, based off what we went down right here. So all this, looking along it. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Failed. Where's the breaker? This isn't even the breaker. This is the mitigation. Technically, the breaker is this. Actually, oh, you could say this is the breaker because we swept it. We swept the high. All right. The bullish breaker, high, bearish breaker, low, sweep the high, swept the high, failed order block. You see, yep. So to be honest, we never trade through this until later. So when do we trade through it? Until here. But we don't respect it. This could have been avoided. Yes, this could have been avoided. Okay. Got it. Update after I learned what a proper is. Let's go and update. Didn't use proper look. Okay, was this one too? Okay. Okay, when was this? When was this? October 1st. Let me go out. Oh, that's right here. October 1st. Set this price action here. Let's go remove these lower. What the hell is this? Cancel. Okay. Okay. The reason why this is so important that I'm going back and redoing it is because the breaker is pretty much our number one PD array in the case of the MMX trader. Simply based on the fact that these previous quotes we have. Yeah, a breaker shows the institutional order flow changing because it's a failed order block. So if we trade through the breaker, that means that the directional bias we're in has flipped. That's why it's so important that I need to get this breaker correct. And that's why these guys say low risk buy only forms after a short-term breaker. And that's why we must trade through the breaker. Where did he? I remember I had it somewhere. Oh, here we go. Yes. 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 That's why it's so important. Okay. Now let's see. Do we have this correct? October. Why the heck is it? October. Where the hell? October 2nd. October 2nd? This? Where am I? What am I looking at? Where's the trade? This is October? October 1st? I'm on the 5-minute. Oh, it's right here. It's right here. That's right. Okay. The 5-minute box is actually not complete. It's the mitigation. It's the mitigation. Reason being, no freaking. Reason being is we didn't sweep the previous candle's high. Yeah. Yeah. So that's the mitigation. The breaker is actually it's this. Is that not? Am I correct with that? Let me see. Bullshit. Right here. It's technically. Because low, high, lower, low, higher, high. The higher high has to form after this. And also we swept this, so. Okay. So, in this case, we would have been able to successfully avoid. All right. Let me go and redo that. Went back on this day and let's see, maybe I should do it on this. Went back on this day in day 15 to properly analyze for blocks to see if we could have avoided any losses that's taken any avoidance. Alright. So we could have avoided this, right? Could have avoided one. I'm gonna say avoided one potential take profit on the previous one that we did. Could have avoided one. Went back on this day in day 15 to properly analyze. Okay. So we could avoid this because we closed up and then you would wait for a retap. We never got the retap, so it didn't really matter. All right, low, high, lower, low, high, high. No retap. Sorry, guys. No retap. Would have avoided this. Now let me ask Mr. Google Gemini to back up my claim. Just double check. Because this is a very, very similar thing. In this case, this is a similar. No, this is a similar example to this. Yeah. A very similar example. This doesn't count. Just count. You can argue this is the low, high, lower, low, high. Or you can say this is the low, the high, the lower, low. But technically, if you want to be technical, let me see. It would have been like this one. I mean, it would have been this one. Or if you want to be super technical, you can argue this one right here. But we don't respect either. But I mean, this is fine for me. Yes. Yes. Got it. I agree on that. Could have avoided it. Could have avoided it. Next trade. Trade 3. We missed this one too. What's happened here? The low, the high, the lower low, the higher high. No, that's correct. Right. The low, the high, the low, lower, high, high. Trade through it. That is correct. And it did happen. This is the failed order block. Right. We actually respected it here. And we failed. Right here. So this is correct. This is correct. That's correct, right? Yes. This one isn't. This one technically is one right here. You could say it's this one. But the same thing, we did respect it. Well, unless... No, this is. Yeah. You could say it's that. Right? Let me see. Be close to it with this candle, and then respect it with this. You could, yeah, okay, that's fine. That's ICT himself. Okay. This one, there's nothing with that one. Let me actually go and make sure this is properly aligned. What the hell? What the hell? Which one am I on? This one? Okay, this one. This one's correct. What's my recording? An hour of a trade recap. Oh my goodness. Okay, this one. I mean, a low, a high, lower low, higher high. And if you look at this, this is a failed bearish order block, right? Because right here, retap, up. Okay, so this is right. This is right. Is this right? This is right. Yeah, so we sweep the high too. Inducing the people to think this is the actual real bearish order block. Which, I mean, it could have been a real one for a little bit. Okay. Okay, that's fine. We missed a trade, that's fine. Price reverse without us, that's fine. Next one, what happened here is the same thing. No breaker block respect is no trade. So is that accurate? I mean, we swept it here. Does it matter which candle sweeps? No, right? Because in this, I don't think it matters. In the case of a bullish one, I don't think it matters, does it? Let me go and check something. It does. Let's see. No, I don't think that matters. Let's see. Do this. Let's go this one. Let's see, go this two. Okay, no, this is a valid one. All right, it doesn't matter which breaker. I mean, which candle sweeps the high. No, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay. No, this one we're right. We're fine with taking or not taking the dub with this one. That's fine. It's fine. We sweep it. Yes, that's the failed bearish order block. Yes, right here. Tap into here. I guess we kind of do respect it a little bit. But then we disrespected it. So what the hell are we doing? Hmm. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Next trade, did we? Okay. Okay, in this trade, I was waiting for a sweep of one or two because it was consolidating in this area. And I was saying, okay, it's either one or two. In this case, we swept two, tapped into 1 hour FEG. No breaker block respect is equal to no trade. Are these drawn correctly? This one looks drawn correctly. This looks like a sweep with a low. Yeah, that's drawn correctly. Is this one drawn correctly? October 17th. October 17th. Alright, this one isn't drawn correctly. Pretty sure it's this one, right? 12? 12? Yeah. Yeah, it's this one. This one's in drawn correctly. This is not the breaker. Why is it not the breaker? Why is it not the breaker? Is it the breaker? Am I tripping? The breaker has to sweep the low. In this case, we didn't sweep the low. This isn't the breaker. This isn't the breaker. I don't tell you that. That doesn't look like the breaker. Is this the breaker? This one looks like the breaker. But we disrespected it. Is this the breaker? Let me ask Mr. Google Gemini. A failed order block, but we didn't sweep the block. Where is this? I remember I drew it somewhere over here. Okay. It didn't sweep the low. It's not. It didn't sweep it. So this is an invalid order block. Let's sweep it. This one's still valid. But if you flip it the other way around, it would be like this one. It would be like, okay. Okay, it's not this. It's not this thing. Is this one? I mean, we still disrespect all of these. It doesn't matter. But I want to get the technicality correct. It's saying the high, the low, the higher, high, the low, low. That's what it's saying. The high, the low, higher, high, low, low. High, low, High, high, low, low. So this one is. This one's not the high, but it didn't sweep it. As a valid order block. In this case, this is the breaker. I mean, which is technically a mitigation. Technically. Yeah, technically. Is this the breaker? I think this is still technically. Because it is sweeper in this. It's still technically a breaker. But we just expect that breaker. Okay. We must sweep the low. Let me check something. Sweep the low. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. All right, I don't think that's a proper sweep, anyways. But I have to sweep lower. All right. So what is this? We took the L. Why the hell? Oh, cause we waited. Ah, okay, right here. Waited for this. Let's see. Where's the breaker? Okay, this is the valid breaker. Yes, the valid breaker. The valid breaker. Okay. You got the FVG. Inversed. Yep, respecting it. FVG being respected too. These are just wicks right here. RDRB being respected. You know, this looks like a good entry. What? I guess sometimes it just fails. Yeah, that's fine. Sometimes it's just going to fail. That's how it is. This is a valid breaker. Yes. Why is it a valid breaker? We got the low right here. Yep, that swept all these other lows. Yep, that's correct. The failed order block, right? That's correct. Failed order block because we closed through here. So we can use it as potential mitigation. Actually, hold on. Hold on. Technically, the breaker isn't respected. Technically. Alright. Unless you count this little wick as a respect. I mean, sometimes it is. Sometimes it's not. Alright, sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. You can count this as a respect. Did it tap into the FPG? I'm not too sure. But this is technically not a respect. Because we close to it here, and we retap into it a little bit. So this isn't our unicorn. Oh, we didn't have a unicorn. We do. I take that back. Notes D. Oh. Right here, I did say it right here. What the hell? But you could argue this right here. You could argue. Actually, I'm trying to think. I shouldn't have taken this. There was only RDRB. Yeah, I mean, there's an inverse respect here. Ah, it doesn't overlap though. Right? In terms of the respect, these respects are individual. That's correct. These respects are individual. It's 100% correct. I should have waited for this one. I would enter on this one. Because then we still respect this. We still respect this. I'm pretty sure it taps a little bit. I'm not sure. But I should have entered on this. You still took the L? Technically, should have entered on the should have waited and entered on price action around as that respected because overlap. I should overlap. Yeah, it should overlap. It should overlap. Yeah, okay. You're right. I should have waited for two overlaps. In this case, I would have got it here and I would have entered. But we still would have got stopped out. Yeah. Like it must intersect. Yes. Okay. That's right. All right. Nice. So we took an L on this. That's fine. I honestly shouldn't have entered on off of this until we saw this. Once I saw this, you would enter off of this because it respected breaker, respected inverse with here. So we have overlapping confluences for this intermediate term high as our stop loss. Enter off of here. But we didn't even go down to our stuff. Alright. Next one. Okay, I'm gonna move this one up then. Okay, we're almost done. We're almost done, guys. Only took an hour. Only took an hour. Hour 30. All right, next one. Let's see what happens. We have this strong wick here. Yes. Yes. Good respect on the wig. Yes, I do like that. Original consolidation being plotted here is correct. So what happened here? Is this the breaker? Yes, this is technically the breaker. This low here swept it out for the bearish scenario. Swept it out. Yeah. Right, you said it. That's correct. Right. Okay, I'm just gonna say this is a correct one because a breaker block is technically a failed. A bearish breaker block is a bullish, a failed bullish order block. So this bullish order block is failed. Actually, it was respected here, but then it failed, closing below this. So use it the other way around. It's important we sweep liquidity because that indicates a stronger order block zone. So that's fine. All right, in this case, we took a W with this one. Why did we take this W? Swept ton of liquidity. Yep, yep, swept, 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 swept. Yes. Yes, that's correct. Yes. This is not. This is not a breaker. Because it didn't sweep the previous low. This one is. Alright, we swept the previous low here. Thankfully, we still respected it. We still respected it. Yeah. Um, didn't use proper block. It's fine. Okay. So when was this? October 29th? October 29th. October 29th. October 29th. It's technically this. It's, Okay, we got that. Okay, we're almost done, guys. How long has it been? Oh my goodness. Hour 30, we're almost done. We're almost done. Almost done with this. Almost done. Okay, we fail this. Okay, that looks like a valid breaker. Because we swept the low. Yes. Swept the low. Yes. And then we respected it, overlapping with the inverse. Yes. But we still failed. Okay, this was all-time high, right? Anticipating the reversal into this fair value gap. So we had the sweep of all-time high. We also had another sweep. So in one sweep, we had two. Wait. Okay, yeah. This was a sweep. This is the order block, the failed order block. All right. We failed it here. Retap into it, treating as a breaker down. That's correct. All right, that's fine. Take the L on that. What's this one? What's this one? Finance information thing. We avoided this. This is the breaker. Okay, that's drawn correctly. Waited for the breaker to be traded through and respected. We wait for the respect. We never got the respect. Oh, I guess until here. Huh. Until here. But I believe I was waiting for two overlapping confluences. Yep, that's right. Only had one. That's right. Okay. That's right. We took that out. I mean, we avoided that one. Successfully avoided. Now, let's see. What do we have here? Avoided. No breaker. This is correct. That's the breaker. That's the failed order block. Yep. Traded through it here. We didn't respect it. So I didn't look to enter. Okay, and we avoided it. Successfully avoided. That's fine. Okay. That's fine. Now what the heck is this? Oh, this is more zoomed in? Oh wait, I wasn't even looking at the right one. I was looking at it here, but this is here. Let me see. Okay. Alright, this isn't drawn correctly either. So for a bullish breaker, it must. No, this is drawn correctly. Alright, we do sweep the high actually here. Alright, it doesn't matter which candle because all we want to do is prove that this bearish order block has flipped right here. That's fine. That's all we want to prove. That's fine. Reason we do that is to flip bias. That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. That's fine. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. I was anticipating this sweep at 2. Ideally to wick into this. Or wick into this breaker, wick into this. We never got that. And then we just disrespected it. Sweeping all this before going up. And in our case, it's not. It's not like, you know, it's fine. I said, what happened here? I don't even know what the hell happened here. Oh, we took a dub. Success. success plus 2.3R. Okay. What happened here? Okay. We have this huge bullish order block sweeping all-time high. All right. My draw on liquidity is somewhere to here. 1 hour time frame. Okay. It's this right here, anticipating a bounce here and a rejection down. So in this, we have this candle wick here, rejecting down. Zoomed out. Okay, that's our original consolidation. The low that broke the high. If you want to categorize that easier, let's see, where's our breaker? Oh my goodness, this is so messy. Our breaker. So we did sweep. So for a bearish breaker, we have to sweep the low. We did sweep the low. That's fine. That's correct. That is correct. So this is technically a potential bullish order block. All right. We try to respect it up, but it fails, turning it into a bearish breaker. That's correct. Trade through it here. And now I'm waiting for price to tap into this. Right? And it did. Tapped into the FEG, tapped into the breaker. So we have a unicorn. I put my stop loss above the breaker a little bit just to give some leeway. Do we have RDRB? No RDRB. Okay. What is this? Possible inducement because no overlap with the breaker. FEG. Breaker is right here. Okay. That's right. That's right. That's literally right. The breaker is this. Drawn from the wick. Close the low. Yeah. That's right. Okay. Okay, wow. Okay, we're done. We're done. Okay. Here's the notes. On a day 14, we could have avoided one. I think that was it. We could have avoided one trade. Day 14 went 4 for 4 for August, October, November. 8 trades. It's not bad. Okay. Day 15. I don't know if I'm going to backtest. I got to see. But, alright, that's good. Good session. See you guys next time.